I think, again, they recompose themselves so well, and we'll get to see it here now, Max. I'm excited to watch this one. It's going to be a close battle.
I mean, so many implications kind of on the line. Ground Zero really do need to win this series again. When you're looking at Worlds, when you're looking at like how important it is to get to Boston for the team currently sitting in third on those points. This is the team that both them and Power are trying to chase down, the Pioneers, of course. And I mean, knocking them down in third place would do wonders for sort of this three-way competition.
Yeah, it would kind of force Ground Zero to have to win another event. And yeah, again, these teams are so close. They really have to prove the difference between each other now. And if Super Lucky's that confident with his talk, well, he's got to show it on the pitch as well.
I mean, I'd be confident in Ground Zero too. Look, I was leaning their way until all that slander about coaches came down. I would have made that pick, but Super Lucky down to Kaka. They're connecting, and that's going to be the first goal.
Yeah, Super Lucky to start it off. Really nice air dribble, double touch from him. Banana Head unable to get a touch on it. And Kaka, absolutely open net. He's not missing that one.
No, he is not. So good, so clean, right down the middle. And that's the start that we want to see from Ground Zero. Get that confidence back after the tough Game 7. Their expectation would be back to the finals, as Super Lucky said. So I love that. Two teams each thinking, you know, they have the potential to bring out their best, each with that confidence to make that top two. This is exactly what we want to see in this matchup.
Again, Pioneers are the returning champions. So, I mean, with seedings respect, actually, probably not seedings because they ended up coming second overall, but still, you'd expect them. But Super Lucky's looking so in control. Kaka, what is that?
Oh, looking for the top bin and bin that shot, to put it mildly. A bit unfortunate there for Kaka. Now Scrub with the chance to punish. Can't get it past Fiber. As we see the Pioneers trying to really shorten that pitch. A lot of tight challenges in the corner. Eventually, Super Lucky is given the space.
And it was Kaka, the one we said we want to see playing more solid, missing that chance. But to be fair, it was a tough one. He did have to get it to that top corner. But at this top level, you expect it from these guys.
Yeah, that you would. And especially considering, you know, we've seen Kaka hit those shots pretty much all event until today. Now coming the other way, Banana Head unchallenged. Puts one through, and we're tied.
Yeah, I'm not sure what Ground Zero were thinking here, leaving Banana Head with all the time in the world, and you can see just so focused, seeing the fibers flow and getting that fast double touch.
And that's a good sign moving forwards, because when you go back to the Pioneers and their loss to the Power side, Banana Head was kind of invisible in that series, Jake. Really struggled to get going. If the Pioneers are going to have that performance, you called it out before, Hunter has been, you know, absolutely unstoppable, but we're going to need to see more performance from the others on the team. I like that goal. I like that it's from Banana Head, and Pioneers starting to bounce back.
Yeah, Pioneers looking in control now. GZ certainly on the back foot. And the Pioneers rotations, they're looking solid, but they're not overcommitting just yet. Trying to stay a bit more calm and collected.
That they are, as Banana Head goes over the top. Super Lucky will rotate back forward. Kaka as well on that backboard, the two of them. Play it patiently. Let Super Lucky go first, so no double commits. Fiber was cheating forward, but immediately put pressure upon. And again, the Pioneers finding ways to get that ball to the blue side backboard.
Yeah, no, look, GZ can't get it out at all. And here's a chance for Unhead. Can't get it on target, though. Kaka was still in net, but this pressure is starting to build more and more.
And this is where we saw Ground Zero start to look a little bit shaky at times, was when we did see Power kind of put this relentless pressure on. Banana Head double through the corner, and it's a 2-1 lead.
He's been quiet this tournament, and this would be a great time for him to step up. What a beautiful triple touch from him. Great play there.
That was clean, and those are the mechanics that we know Banana Head for. Big time goal. The type of play you can rally around. Pioneers get themselves a lead. Still plenty of time in this one, but with that demo, another opportunity for Banana Head. No! Doesn't connect with Hunter, and I'm surprised he didn't just take that shot.
Yeah, I think he just missed it, honestly. Certainly not the easiest. What a pass! What a shot from Kaka! They equalize instantly.
Oh, here we go. Both teams just bringing out the bangers right here. Fibers reset, perfectly placed to Kaka. Crossbar and in. Tie ball game, just over 100 seconds left. We wanted to see these two teams bring their best, and we're seeing some of their best strengths.
Yeah, no, they're looking awesome right now. 2-2, it's all tied up. Banana Head's going to get another chance, so Kaka gets a massive clear. Pioneers on the back foot now.
Yeah, good job by Scrub to stay with it, keeping it away from Kaka's shot. Now with the minute and a half to go, both teams kind of looking for that go-ahead play. Again, the Pioneers look to be setting themselves up on that forward third, but Fiber, too much of a threat. Respect given by Scrub. Back and forth we go. Nice cross-up by Hunter. Neither team right now willing to commit too much on the attack. They're each rotating back so quickly.
Yeah, it certainly has calmed down a bit, 2-all. Both teams maybe wanting to be a bit more solid on that defensive side, but GZ stepping it up in the offense is causing this panic from Pioneers, but Super Lucky deciding that wasn't the time to go.
Fiber, though, did want to go. Sets up Kaka. Triple commit on the defense. Banana Head there for the save. A little bit spooky, but the defense holds on. Now Super Lucky slowing it down. Underneath they go, and Ground Zero takes the lead.
Yeah, beautiful play here from Super Lucky, and Kaka just double demoed up Banana Head, I think, but it wouldn't have mattered. Great solo play from him.
And Ground Zero grab themselves the late lead. 45 seconds remaining. Will they be able to hold on? We saw some dicey moments in that last series with these 1-goal differentials. Come through again. Hunter's got space to work with, but drives it straight into Kaka.
Yeah, Scrub's going to get a big clear here, though, although it did drop a little awkwardly. Ground Zero keeping up the pressure, and Pioneers are in need of a goal.
Yeah, I mean, they're just sitting back and taking shots. Pioneers lackadaisical on the clear, get punished, and game one's out of reach.
Yeah, Hunter not getting the touch he needed, but I think he was looking for something extra special there with low time. Kaka punishing instantly, though.
And with a 4-2 lead, Ground Zero in control of this one. Demos coming through, though, on the kickoff, and eventually Hunter gets to the ball, looking for Scrub. Kaka, nice read, intercepts it away.
Yeah, takes it away. Pioneers, this game's getting away from them quickly, but they have a lot to look positively at this game, but just letting in too many goals at the end of the day.
Yeah, I mean, that fourth goal was a strange one. It just felt like they got a little bit sluggish on some of that midfield play. Either way, Ground Zero had the game won before then. 4-2 victory for GZ. Take their first in this series, and they look a lot cleaner than what they did against Power.
Yeah, no, and we're kind of expecting that. You know, it's their second series of the day now, and I think Power were just also playing a bit scrappy, which kind of brought it out in both teams. But yeah, Ground Zero looking composed, and I think if both teams are at their best, you have to give the edge to Ground Zero.
Yeah, that you do, and especially when you see a hat trick coming from Kaka as well, the player who we said was kind of struggling in that winner bracket final. To see them come out and looking as strong as they did, that's the promising sign. That's the Ground Zero that we wanted to see. So great start for the team in blue. Pioneers. Banana Head's performing. Hunter, surprisingly, the one who was a little bit quiet that time around. Kind of a flip of roles. They need both of them, though, to be able to compete.
Yeah, and that's the problem with having too much firepower on a roster. It can be hard for everyone to get involved. We're kind of seeing Fiverr take up like most of the ball for GZ, but that seems to be working. Super Lucky's okay in that supportive role, and Banana Head's certainly been great in defense as well. But yeah, if either of these teams can get everyone rolling and on the ball, they'll be very scary in this region.
Well, I'd argue Ground Zero was looking a lot closer to it at the end of game number one. We'll see if that trend continues. This is where things kind of got off the rails in that upper bracket final. It was in game two, so chance for the Pioneers to bounce back as we get ready to go. My eyes, they're going to be on Hunter to see if, the kid who, you know what made me feel old? Was finding out I've been in Australia longer than they've been alive.
I know. When's Hunter's birthday? Like 2008 or something? That's
I don't want to know.
Yeah.
I'm old. I'm feeling old enough as is. Like, I'm not even sure, what started first, your playing career or him
or his
coming
high
into this
school career.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, no, the players are, yeah. No, I want to see Hunter step up too, though. It's certainly a quiet game starting out for him.
And we'll see if it does come into fruition. As it stands, Hunter will throw that ball down to Scrub. Now a chance to center it. Can't quite get it. Kaka running enough disruption. Still, Banana Head will be the one who bangs it through. Here comes Hunter, swinging a miss. Don't want to see that if you're a Pioneers fan, especially with Kaka coming back. Good save from the Banana.
Yeah, but here's Super Lucky's chance. He's a bit slow and awkward to that, though. Big missed opportunity for him, but the pressure continues. Pioneers on the back foot.
Pioneers, I mean, they are one of the better teams that can play from this position, but against Ground Zero, it's always going to be a challenge as Fiber actually loses out to Hunter, and that's the clear you want to see. Kaka has to go to the corner. Banana Head waiting. Oh, does bump Kaka off the ball. Scrub first one to capitalize on it. A centering touch would do wonders. They're not able to connect.
No, that was a great clear from Kaka there, playing super well. Banana Head, almost a crazy play from him, but it's equalized for now.
Always get nervous when Banana Head is above the net. Now a shot. This time Fiber will have the save. Scrub with the follow-up. Can't get it past Fiber once again, who finally clears it to the orange side.
Yeah, Fiber gets it across. Kaka keeping the pressure though. Pioneers, they're getting better at getting out of their half, and now Fiber's all alone. Scrub has a flip reset, but Fiber knows just how to read that.
Yeah, Scrub, even with the reset, just kind of dished it right down into Fiber, hoping Fiber would commit a bit more centered on the net. Great mental patience coming from the Ground Zero defender. Still going to need a bit more, though. Pioneers hunting for the go-ahead goal. Scrub underneath won't find the touch. Hunter will get the second, but with no one there to back them up, eventually, Ground Zero buys some space.
Yeah, and Banana Head gets a big dunk, keeps the offense alive, but it feels like GZ is slowly getting more and more boost. You can see Super Lucky getting that midfield one, and Pioneers struggling to convert their pressure.
Yeah, they haven't. I mean, realistically, they have actually just as many shots as Ground Zero right now, each of them sitting on 4, despite most of this game played on the blue side. Credit to Ground Zero and just disallowing, realistically, any of these opportunities, despite where the ball has been. It's been good defense from the Ground Zero side. Patience defense, once more, like we saw way back when. And if they can keep this up, Pioneers, I can see them getting frustrated.
Yeah, no, it's been super solid from Ground Zero, but Pioneers, they just need one chance like this. Hunter, but Fiber is being defensive very well this series.
I mean, this is the Fiber, you know, Direwolves Fiber, placeholders Fiber, but
go, though.
This is KCP Hunter, and Hunter gets the goal.
Yeah, you can't keep him out forever. Scrub, massive dunk, massive pass, and Fiber just caught out. Hunter's not missing that one.
Yeah, really a lot of, I think, that credit, as you said, kind of does go to Scrub for that one, with all of the setup, drawing the pressure, and then finding the perfect pass. Pioneers with the lead. Just under 2 minutes to hold on to it. Their defense can be strong. Can they hold on once more? Fiber already threatening.
Yeah, Fiber looking good. GZ are going to have to step it up now. They've had a great defensive game, but yeah, eventually you're going to make a mistake, and you need that goal or a few offensive goals to get that buffer you need.
And we'll see. Fiber, oh, that could have been it. Scrub has to dive back for the save. Super Lucky now drawing the pressure. 2 defenders commit.
Dangerous.
There's the bump. No, the bump misses. The shot gets saved. Good job by Hunter.
Yeah, what a great dodge from him. That was an easy goal if Super Lucky got that demo, but no, it's straight back to their side. Scrub's going to get a shot. It goes wide, but GZ need to get out of their half.
Yeah, well, they'll be able to with a good touch out of Kaka. Banana Head in the corner. Lets it get behind him. Scrub again, dodging the bumps. Ground Zero, they're trying to play that demo game. Very elusive defense, though, keeping the Pioneers in it.
No, Pioneers are so awake to these demos. Yeah, particularly Scrub. Some clutch dodges coming out of him. And Hunter, he's starting to wake up now. The mechanics are looking good. He's getting out of defense with them. But Ground Zero, they're starting to push players forward.
Yeah, that they are. And they're going to try and shrink this pitch, I feel like. Last time, though, they forced the Pioneers on the backboard and then struck from the middle of the pitch. That's how they won game 1. Not going to get a chance here. 30 seconds left, though. Final half minute of play, and the ball's on the blue side.
Yeah, Super Lucky controlling the ball nicely, but still Pioneers so solid at shutting this out in the midfield. GZ have had a few chances in the other team's half, but eventually Pioneers are just shutting it all out.
And that's a whiff from Super Lucky in the dying seconds. That might work in Ground Zero's favor. Fiber needs to corral this, gets it somewhat centered. Hunter there, though. Easy read from the corner. Ball does not hit the ground. One last chance. Super Lucky looking for Fiber. Didn't quite get the bump, but they didn't get the shot either, so the Pioneers equalize.
Defended so well. Pioneers looking so solid, and it's a 1-0 victory for them. They'll be happy, though. They're on the board now in this series.
Yeah, that they are. And to do it by shutting out Ground Zero despite 8 shots taken. Well, guess what, Jake? 8 saves by the Pioneers. On point defensively. Fantastic stuff.
Yeah, although Ground Zero, they're not going to be able to shut them out forever like that. So Pioneers still need to step up this offensive game. But still, look at that. So many close chances. That could have easily been a ground zero win.
It could have, would have, could have, should have, but it wasn't. And now we get to see, what happens when ground zero drop that game, because if we go back to the winter bracket final, things got a little spicy at this stage. If they can stay composed, particularly on that defensive side of the pitch, yeah, ground zero will get those opportunities. I do agree. And I liked how ground zero was trying to get physical. I liked them going for the bump and demo play. I feel like that was giving them their best chances. If they stick to it, it will come. It surely will come.
Yeah, no, I don't think they'll be too phased by that one. That was just kind of a game where they created heaps of chances. They defended well, and they lost 1-0. That's just going to happen. So we'll see. Can ground zero keep their mentality strong and come out better in the next game?
Well, they're going to have to try. I mean, game 3, an important one. Not the be-all, end-all for either of these teams. I still feel like at this stage of the series, it's still about finding that form, finding that consistency, building yourself up, and we'll see which team has the form right now. Ground zero obviously would love to get a point on the board after being shut out.
Yeah, no, ground zero. Again, I don't think they'll be too rattled. I think Pioneers have done a great job as well, because they were looking outclassed in that first game, but they stepped up. In particular, the man you wanted to, Hunter, looked great in that game. And yeah, important signs for them.
Yeah, I mean, that was the performance we wanted to see from Hunter in game number 1. Banana Head looked good. So does Hunter. Soon we'll get the game where both of them pop off, Jake. And that's going to be the game the Pioneers completely take over, right? That's the game where Pioneers win it 6-1 again.
Well, I want to see the series when that happens, or the tournament where that happens, because it'll occasionally happen in a game. But if these guys can unlock that consistently, that'll be what they need to solidify themselves top 2 in the region.
Yeah, well, this would be the series to do it. This is the one that gets you in a position, if you hold on to it, to go to Boston when it's all said and done. And again, for the Pioneers, going to Boston, easiest way for them to secure that trip to Worlds, right? They'd be completely in. There'd be no way for ground zero or for Power, realistically, for both of them to pass if one of those two sides miss out. And you have to remember, too, for ground zero and Power, missing out on this Boston land could be what makes them miss out on Worlds overall.
Yeah, no, this major is going to be massive. There's still certainly a chance that the Pioneers get knocked out. So they're in the lead. They're looking good for Worlds, but they can't drop the ball in this final split.
It really does feel like, the two teams we send to Boston are the ones that will kind of continue that trajectory. We will see, though. This could be one of those pivotal games in deciding who wins that race when it's all said and done. Game number 3 underway, still tied at 1 apiece.
Yeah, and we'll see if ground zero can pump up the pressure. They've got to be a bit frustrated getting shut out, especially with so many chances, and you can see they're already the first ones to start out.
Yeah, that they were, but a quick clear back the other way by Scrub. Actually, we'll set up the Pioneers attack. Double commits on defense. Lucky and Kaka hit each other. A little bit slow on the punish, though. Fiber was able to rotate back, but look at where the cuts are being made from the Pioneers. They really want to keep ground zero pinned down.
Yeah, no, they're looking good. They're keeping pressure, although back to the other side, they're very flat-footed. This backboard is getting peppered, but ground zero, a bit awkward to follow up on that.
I think Fiber was expecting a couple defenders to commit with him, went for the fake, and it just didn't work out. Both defenders on the orange side played it patiently, and it kind of made ground zero look a little imbalanced, and now they're looking more imbalanced. Kaka can't collect the pass. Locky on their own gets demoed. Scrub slows it down, though. Couldn't find the fast shot, and the GZ defense recovers.
Yeah, a bit too fancy from Scrub. He gets caught up from a player from behind. Not what he was after. Hunter gets the massive clear. Super Lucky is equal to it, but here's a chance now for KCP.
Yeah, they're going to try to set themselves up again in that corner. Fiber bumped off the play. Banana Head now given space to work. This is where things get dangerous. Bump on Kaka, not on Super Lucky. Save made.
Yeah, this is where that scramble ground zero defense comes in handy. They can afford for one player to get bumped. That's possibly a own goal, but on ahead, luckily, there to save it.
Oh, and then a pinch on top going all the way back to that blue side of the field. Scrub actually bumped off the challenge by Fiber. That was cheeky. It does give GZ space. Kaka doesn't get the play underneath.
Oh, if he had the flip, that would have been very deadly, but Hunter able to calmly air dribble it out, although look, the pressure is amping up here for GZ. They're pushing forward. It's blocked though.
Yeah, good saves. Again, Pioneers defense continuing to hold it down. Game 2 was a shutout. So far the same here in Game 3, but it could all change right now. Kaka with a chance. Couldn't put it in. Fiber stopped by Scrub, and the defense holds once more.
And Fiber just a little too slow. This backboard, they're creating the chances, but that third man just seems a bit too hesitant. Here's a flip reset. Scrub saves it out though.
Yeah, 2 defenders couldn't fake out both. Pinch underneath will be read by Banana Head. A lot of power on that first touch. Might work in their favor. Gets it past Lucky as well. Here comes Scrub down and not in. Fiber with the save. Follow-up shot a little too slow. Ground Zero survive once more.
What a shot from Scrub. What a better save by Fiber. And now the counterattack is on, but Kaka, not the touch he was looking for.
I feel like in the past, those are goals that go in, but we talked about it a bit at the pre-show. Fiber saved by Scrub, and the defense as a region, this event, is improved throughout.
And Scrub drives along the backboard, gets the goal. He looked a bit silly earlier, messing those up, but
oh no,
Fiber. Big midfield intercept by him to open up the scoring.
And that was how Ground Zero got their last goal all the way back in Game 1. A similar approach and a similar strike. Maybe the weakness has been found, but for now, Ground Zero, 1-0 lead.
Yeah, too quick. Fiber continuing his good performance here. And with this lead, this game's starting to look similar to the last one, but Ground Zero favored instead.
Yeah, I like this.
Oh,
so big bump, and that's going to be a goal. 2-0.
Wow, perfect pass to Super Lucky. Fiber again. What an impact play from him. Passes, bumps one, and bumps the second. Not sure if either was intentional. It did look like he moved his nose down, actually. So great play from him.
I would have to assume both were intentional. Otherwise, why are you driving in that position? Well done from Fiber, just blasting open the pathway. And I'm loving this series. Both these teams are playing so much better, I feel like, than what we've seen so far this event. They're really bringing the best out of each other. And currently it is Ground Zero with that edge. A minute and a half still to go. We know how explosive the Pioneers can be. They get that chance. They even get within striking distance. This game can still get flipped. Yeah,
and again, the pressure is so high for these two teams. They're both in the lower bracket. It's very important not to get that third placement. Here's a great pass play. Kaka's a little too awkward for it, but Ground Zero continuing their offense.
Yeah, I missed on the first pass. Just try again, says Fiber. And even though they connect, not really a lot to be gained from it. Now Kaka will be in the setup role. Super Lucky looking for bumps. Doesn't find it. Pass down. Easily intercepted.
Yeah, this is looking nice and controlled here for Ground Zero. Pioneers are struggling to get out of their half now, and they can control the pace.
No.
That's not what they're after. Super Lucky will be laughing with that.
Yeah, kind of a gift given to Super Lucky right there. You can't be too critical of the Pioneers for going for something a little bit riskier given the state of the game, but all over it. Ground Zero, 3-0 lead, and it looks like they're going to be up 2-1 in the series.
Yeah, they're looking good. They're looking dominant in the series. And Pioneers, they're looking solid. They're looking rotational, but they just seem to be slightly outclassed here by Ground Zero. They're going to have to keep stepping up.
That they will, and I mean, still a lot of time to do it. Game 3, as mentioned before, it's important. Every game is, but this is still more about setting that tone than necessarily putting in the dagger of the series. So good step forward for Ground Zero. 17 seconds remaining to shut out the Pioneers after being shut out themselves. Would be a nice flip of fortune.
Yeah, and especially to shut them out with 3 goals victory. I mean, it's a lot more convincing than the 1-0 we saw from Game 2. So Ground Zero going to be feeling confident, but Pioneers, again, probably, yeah, very similar situation to the last game, but flipped. They've had their chances, they had their time in offense, and they just weren't able to convert.
No, they were not, so good job from Ground Zero. Again, what I'm really impressed with, Ground Zero stuck to their game plan, Jake. They continued looking for the bumps in the demos. They continued to try and be physical despite it not working in Game 2. That clearly was their game plan coming into the series, and, you know, fortune favors the patient, I suppose. That they stuck with it, found the win, and I hope they continue to, because it seems to be the winning formula.
And dominant in terms of shots, like 16-5. Ground Zero have to be feeling very confident with that one. And Pioneers, it's going to be back to the drawing board for them to get back in control.
Yeah, it will be. And again, step 1 is finding that being as elusive as they were in game 2, being able to avoid the bump in the demo. If that means being a little bit more aggressive for the pre-jumps, possibly so be it. But they can't let ground zero push them around if they're going to want to find a consistent amount of opportunities. Counterattacking game has been viable for them, though, in the past. So it's not as if that is the only answer, but it is the one I would like to see.
Yeah, I'm not sure. Hunter, again, having a bit of a quiet game. It can't be all on him, though. Banana Head also, that's being a bit quiet, so maybe some individual stepping up is required here.
Yeah, I mean, Scrub was there. Scrub had a couple opportunities, so...
Yeah, Scrub's so consistent, though. He seems to always be there and ready to do what's needed.
I always feel bad for Scrub sometimes. Kind of is that, like, overlooked member when in reality can be just as mechy as anyone else on the team. Just hasn't really had as many opportunities to show it off. Well, we'll see it here perhaps. Game number 4, Pioneers. Now is when the pressure gets put on them. 2-2 series looks a lot nicer than down 3-1. Scrub.
Yeah, all those benches straight in. That would have been a great start to the series. But wow, look how sat back Pioneers are. It sets up Super Lucky for a pre-jump. He gets an awesome shot as well. But again, Pioneers were so sat far back, they weren't worried.
Yeah, that they were, as Fiber now will go for that dribble across the middle. And again, the physicality, the bumps coming through, getting the Pioneers defense off balancing. Ground zero looking to take all of that space. Here's Fiber's touch, and it's barely saved by Banana Head. Super Lucky tries to slow it down, but the defense has recovered, or have they? Pass shot again, saved by Banana Head.
So many clutch saves from Banana Head all series long, all tournament long. His defensive showing has just been brilliant, and there's another example.
Yeah, that was an insane attack. So surprised the Pioneers held on, and now they're coming back the other way. Super Lucky will have to take it to the corner. Scrub already there. Gets that first touch. Looks for the bump. Kaka outpaces him.
Oh, great play from Kaka. Pushes it forward. The Banana Head's back and sends it right back. Fiber, he's awkward. He actually misses.
Ooh.
That's not what you want.
Oh, swing and a miss on the defensive side. And just like every other unforced error, Jake, immediately punished by either side. This time it's the Pioneers, and they got the lead.
You could see that coming from Fiber. The way to spot it is if someone's trying to like absolutely sprint to that backboard read, they're not in control of their car. They're just kind of hoping they'll get there in time. So uncharacteristic from Fiber. Could have just stayed on the ground and played it slow, but instead gives Pioneers the lead.
Yeah, it was awkward, and it did get punished, and now Pioneers, again, looking to shut down that forward quadrant. Won't be able to hold it this time. Kaka looking for a double. Doesn't get the second touch. Leaves it for Fiber instead. Scrub, patient defense, finds the touch. That's what we wanted to see from Fiber before.
Yeah, Fiber looking good. Banana Head dangerous on these counterattacks. It's going back and forth now. Pinches center, pass to Kaka. It's a quick play from ground zero. They slow it down, but the defense is so good.
I mean, yeah, the reset was read by Scrub, who is still kind of that thorn in Jeezy's side. Able to keep it out for now. Another attempt, though, pass down to Kaka. I'm loving these passes from ground zero, and I'm a little bit surprised that the Pioneers haven't been more forward in trying to get the intercepts. They're letting the passes come through and focusing more on stopping the shots.
Well, that is the problem, because, like, we can watch this defense, right, and go, wow, it's godly, these saves at the last second, but, like, you can't consistently pull that off. Against the best shots, like the most perfect shots, there's just nothing you can do. So it's always better, if you can, to shut it out before you have to get those crazy saves.
Well, now I'm seeing the Pioneers do just that, by the way. Scrub dove first, and then came Hunter, but they wound up getting beat, and now we got a tie game.
Beat two. Beautifully done from Kaka. Leaves Scrub for dead. Really quick pop as well over the second, and super lucky. Characteristic for this team, always trusting their teammates to get those outplays.
And this ground zero attack really has been fun to watch, be it them getting physical, finding these passes. It really has been keeping the Pioneers guessing on how to approach it. And when the Pioneers figure it out, yes, they can make those saves, but when they're constantly on the back foot, you were right. It feels like a matter of time. And now it's Kaka double posting in.
How do you actually get this? I didn't even look possible to score. He gets a nice flip, and it's just a dunk. Well done from him.
I was with you. I was just expecting the read, right? Next thing you know, you dunk, boom, boom, double doink this time through. 2-1 lead. Pressure on the Pioneers, dropping this game down 3-1 in this series. You can feel insurmountable at times. They need this goal. They need it fast. Not going to get it on this approach just yet.
Yeah, it's not looking like they're going to get it. I mean, ground zero, I'm not sure they're going to let this lead slip, although Pioneers are pushing forward. It's actually very awkward already, but Fiber gets the pre-jump of his own.
I mean, ground zero might not get a choice in the matter, right? If the Pioneers continue to try and punish this awkward play from ground zero. Does look like things have cleaned up for now, although the pass gets intercepted. Banana Head playing third member is going to look for Scrub. Deep pass, strike! A little bit too high.
Yeah, a bit too high. Now Kaka's got a second chance. Sends it over to Fiber. Really nice pass play out of defense, but still Pioneers are going to keep it up.
Yeah, Hunter just going so quick, and Pioneers are really trying to increase the pace, and this time it punishes them. 3-1 lead.
And Fiber just out of absolutely nowhere, especially for the Pioneers player, probably in his blind spot. Scrub was too slow. Really nice goal there from Fiber.
And that could be the one that puts ground zero on to match point. 1:15, and again, Pioneers in a position late in a game where they need to. Last time we saw them, they started taking risks, and it got worse before it got better. Maybe this time they can find that goal. A chance here. Hunter, no, denied.
Oh, that is tragic. What a shot from Hunter, but Kaka somehow reading it and pre-jumps it.
Yeah, that was the crazy thing about that save. The fact that it was the pre-jump, and now with the bump, here comes Fiber, doesn't get Hunter. Almost had a slow roller. Pioneers take it back.
Ground zero looking so confident. It might bite them though, but another save. Hunter is shooting so well, but it's getting matched every point.
Oh, with that touch from Hunter, still enough to get to the backboard. Banana Head can't get it underneath. Super Lucky again, playing so patient. And ground zero, when they stay cool, calm, collected, their defense right up there with the best of them. Now 22 seconds remaining. Scrub needs this goal. Looked like it was a pass to nobody right there. Hunter still collects. Here comes underneath. Nope, Scrub won't read it. And I don't think time is in their favor. Ground zero, 10 seconds away.
Yeah, ground zero looking good, keeping Pioneers out despite what has looked like an impressive offense. And now they're going to be in the same situation they were against Power, 3-1 up.
Ooh, I mean, yeah, we'll see if they're going to be able to seal the deal, get themselves that rematch. I am liking lower bracket Kaka so much more right now than what we saw from upper bracket Kaka today. It's been a complete turnaround in terms of form. And this is when ground zero looks at their scariest, because all three members are starting to fire on all three cylinders.
Yeah, no, so I meant it's the reverse. I mean, ground zero were 3-1 down, and then they got better and better, and now they're 3-1 up. I'm expecting them, it's going to be difficult for Pioneers to win 3 in a row, and you're right, Kaka is looking awesome in this series.
How many points on your score do you get per shot? That's probably something I should know. I don't know. I never really pay attention to score.
They change it a lot. So
okay, well, because I'm seeing like Hunter's score wasn't the highest that time, but they still found 5 shots, and I'm starting to wonder, was all of Hunter's touches just shots on net?
Wow, yeah, 144 points in the shot. Yeah, I think a shot used to be 50, and then they changed it to 20, and then a save is like 80 now or something. I remember this being a bit.
Yeah. I don't know. I mean, score is the most useless stat, right? Like it means nothing. I care about all the other ones, but 5 shots, and when you see a score that low, that tells me not a lot of touches onto Hunter, who has been the catalyst for their success. And that's what has me concerned about the Pioneers right now. That's the point we're getting to. Hunter has to get more involved if we're going to see the Pioneers find a way to win not 1, not 2, but 3 in a row.
I mean, that was tragic from Hunter, though. He had some amazing chances, but ground zero just got these insane saves to match them. I think he's playing well, and he's again, Pioneers, they're looking good. They're looking the best we've ever seen them, but it just doesn't seem to be enough. Ground zero are playing even better.
Twitch chat is screaming at us right now. Shots are worth 10, by the way. So yeah,
10. That's nothing.
That isn't as much as I thought it was. So, I mean, we'll see how we go from here as we're getting ready to go into what could be match point. And again, cannot stress this enough. Not only is it sort of like the implications, on your best chance of getting to Boston, your best chance of getting to Worlds, we have to talk seeding implications as well, because the best way to avoid running into, other teams in the top 3 in that winter semi is by staying on top. And if you drop in that 3rd place role, well, guess what? It's going to be a tougher road back to the grand final in the upcoming regional events. Ground zero could do themselves a lot of favors if they win this one right here. Here we go. 5 minutes on the clock.
Yeah, 5 minutes on the clock. Pioneers just took a timeout. Well, at least I assume it was Pioneers to take the timeout. So expect something different from them. But again, it's going to be tough. It feels like they've been playing well, but Ground Zero have just been that little bit better.
Yeah, that they have. And at times just looked like a lot of bit better from this player in particular. Kaka put it in the work. But this time, Hunter now trying to get more involved. What a nice challenge. Super Lucky will slow it down. Banana Head from the heavens swings and misses. And eventually Hunter will get the clear.
Yeah, he's got more than a clear. He's got a solo play, but still, Ground Zero maintaining that excellent defense to shut it out.
Yeah, and even in that power series, I don't mean to keep repeating myself this much, but when they stayed patient, when they stayed calm, the defense was holding power off. It's only when they started to panic that we saw things fall apart for them. So the fact that they've reset this mental that efficiently is a scary sign. I mean, case in point right there, Scrub, even in front of the net, just can't get anyone to overcommit.
Yeah, no, it's looking tough here. I think they need to keep pushing forward, keep fighting those chances, but they need to convert as well. And at the end of the day, Ground Zero just have this awesome defense, awesome offense as well. Super Lucky almost sneaked that in.
Almost, but not quite there. And so we come back that other way as Kaka, actually Super Lucky, finds the pass. And this could be dangerous. Pass back to Kaka, getting tricky with it, Fiber. Defense reads it, though. Everyone commits to that side of the field. Yeah,
just too many numbers there. Pioneers using each other well in defense there, and they're looking a lot more dangerous here in offense on these counterattacks. Ground Zero leaving a lot of space.
Yeah, that said, they're still making the touches in the corner, and they're still stopping the Pioneers from finding the clean shots. So as long as they can continue to disrupt, it doesn't really matter where they are on the pitch, I feel, as we've already seen them get a lot of deep strikes in the past.
Yeah, Kaka setting up a solo play for himself. It's over Hunter. You don't normally see him get beat. That's a very sketchy clear, but no one there for Ground Zero. This is tough, though. Fiber gets the read he does, but it's too soft.
Yeah, Banana Head was just able to sit in net and read that one through. Had to be decisive, but at this stage, yeah, the reflex is on point. Well defended by the Pioneers. Still can't get it out of their half, however. Ground Zero prowling for this goal. Kaka shot post and in. 2-2 accurate.
Ground Zero just so good at these passing plays. Look at Fiber mixing it up, passing it center, and Kaka's so quick and accurate there to get that one.
Any further, 1 pixel further to the right, Jake, I don't think that one goes in. That was about as on the line as it could be. And now, Ground Zero, half a game away from that rematch against Power.
Yeah, looking good. Getting the clear out. It's looking tough here. Super Lucky's going to keep the ball forward. Pioneers, though, they can't be stuck on defense for too long.
No, they cannot. And, well, Banana Head's been given some space, so always get a little bit nervous. 2 defenders were back, though. Kaka was able to make that read as the first. Now, again, Fiber slowing it down as they try to dribble it back the other way. Bump onto Scrub, opens up Super Lucky again to Fiber, and again the connection. This time, Banana Head uses the post for the save.
Yeah, wow, barely getting that one out, and the counterattack opportunity, but it doesn't feel like Pioneers are generating real chances here, and then it's straight back to their half.
Yeah, it's just so difficult for the Pioneers to keep any sustained attack right now. And they could be what they need to get the Ground Zero defense off balance. The counterattacking game just has not been there for the Pioneers. Hunter doesn't get that read. Banana Head tight cut will keep some of the pressure on, but by keeping it high, by keeping the ball away, that's a shot almost. Super Lucky nearly sneaks one in.
Yeah, Super Lucky close to extending this lead further, but at the moment it's still anyone's game. Pioneers pushing forward, trying to get this equalizing goal.
That they are as Kaka gets underneath it, stays with the shot. Hunter will rotate around, just over a minute remaining. Pioneers not done yet. We know how explosive they can be. They've been given space at times to work their mechanics. They just haven't been able to find the opportunity, as even when it looks there, Hunter too slow to the play.
Yeah, here's a chance over to Banana Head. Fiber, it's awkward. He gets another go, but just 50'd out. Hunter's going to keep the ball alive, but Super Lucky's there. He gets the pass, but it's past his teammate.
Scrub had the net. Super Lucky had to bite, but they can't connect for the strike. And now, with 30 seconds to go, do or die for the Pioneers. Will they get that opportunity even? Because we go back to the orange side. Ground Zero hunting to seal the deal. Good save by Hunter to keep the Pioneers alive for now.
Well, Kaka stalling for time. This is dirty, but with 20 seconds left, you can't blame him. It goes middle. Ground Zero is sitting back. Deliberately, probably, with low time remaining, but it could bite them if the space opens up for Pioneers.
Yeah, here we go. 7 seconds, and you've got to go the distance. If you are the Pioneers, you need the goal to stay alive, but they're chasing instead. Banana Head does get underneath, but so much space to cover. Scrub puts it up. Lucky puts it down, and Ground Zero returns to the grand final.
Wow, and returning in dominant fashion, 4-1. Each game was close, but in the end of the day, Ground Zero just looking that little bit better consistently with every single game.
It was that defense. It was the Ground Zero defense, cool, calm, and collected. Even when put under the pump, they never were overcommitting. They never were, getting panic touches to their opponents. Even when they were forced in situations where they had to go for something, they were able to disrupt just enough that the Pioneers had to find some insane angles for the strikes. And it's a little bit too much for the Pioneers to handle at the end of the day. Really well played by Ground Zero. And I'm excited, Jake. We get a rematch of one of my favorite series I've seen in a long time. We get Ground Zero versus Power once again.
Yeah, no, this is going to be a fun one. I think Ground Zero have been getting better and better as the day goes by. Power are going to be coming in a little bit cold, so we could certainly have a different result heading into the grand final.
Especially if Kaka keeps up this form, right? If Kaka continues to play as well as he did against the Pioneers as compared to what we saw before, it's going to be a completely different series, I feel. So there's a lot to be excited about. Look, we got to get ready for this grand final. So we're going to be going to a break right now. But when we come back, this is it. A chance to reset for Ground Zero, or will it be one and done for Power? I have to stick around to find out.